Well, I told you guys it might be coming, and I decided that now is the time. Welcome to Rule Yourself Radio, formerly known as the BSB blog. Trimpe's rational recovery and addictive voice recognition technique will always be foundational to my healing. But I wanted to inform you about all the other wonderful things I'm learning on this journey to find wholeness and the best version of myself. If you want to learn more about Jack Trimpe's unique addiction recovery work, I'll leave a link in the description to Virginia's story. It's the first chapter in his life-changing book. I'll keep all 72 of my previous B-Speak blogs on the Rational Recovery playlist linked at the end of the screen. You can find all future posts of Rule Yourself Radio on the second playlist featured at the end of this video also. If you're a member of my fan Facebook group, Rational Recovery and AVRT, you saw that I posted a 1986 series from John Bradshaw about family dynamics and how a family system's needs shape the way you act. Act as in performance, a mask you wear to fill in the gaps missing in your dysfunctional family. In a functioning family, everyone is able to be who they truly are, with intact boundaries and varying levels of intimacy as each person sees fit. In a dysfunctional family, when one person is not acting properly, the whole system is out of balance and everyone is affected. This is what the term codependency really means. This state of imbalance keeps people trapped in their designated roles, and you carry that indentured script with you your whole life if you don't look at it and feel the emotions connected to it. It's an eye-opening series worth watching. John Bradshaw was an alcoholic who studied to be a priest and was the prodigy and lover of libertarian philosopher Ayn Rand. Unfortunately, he signed on to the 12-step ideology. Jack Trimpe's work started the same year but was not widely known yet. John Bradshaw's ideas have been neutered by the current helping industry. He quoted some research on schizophrenia that theorizes that the psychiatric condition can be induced by the family's covert need to deny reality. The child takes on or carries the family's inability to be honest to the farthest extent. That shook me. I asked myself, what needs of the family did I act out as a child and carry into adulthood? And just that quickly, an answer floated up to my mind. My mother could never say no. She would covertly act out no in a variety of ways, like by not cleaning her house, but never where she needed to say no. There she would pretend. She was too afraid and ashamed. She thought her status as a good girl was threatened if she said no. So she would say yes, and then later we would watch her seethe about her decision. Without words, she was telling us the truth. I have taken the burden she couldn't bear. I have embodied my mother's no. Where she could never say no, I can say no to everything. In my longing for her to be honest with her own wishes, I act out what she denied herself. No to life, no to moving my body, no to things I want to say yes to, no to cleaning my house. The only thing I would always say yes to was food. Rational recovery showed me how to bypass that problem by bringing my awareness to the addictive voice. And the great thing about that is no healing or understanding is required. Thank you, Jack Trimpe. I believe because I've been successfully abstaining for so long, I was ready for this healing, and this was the perfect thing at the perfect time. It's a great series. My default setting is always resistance. You guys remember I talked about this in my post about reactance. That's B-Speak blog number 69, Collecting Keys. This resistance makes cleaning my house a trial. Its awareness of my childhood programming to say no sat with me for a while, and then I found myself doing the dishes with no prompting. I feel like something big has been lifted off my shoulders. So all excited, I started watching videos about discipline. Now that I see what no really was for me, I'm going to pound in yes into my head, right? But then I remembered a sweet little boy I saw in a video saying that trying shouldn't be hard, and he referred people to their imagination as a resource. I knew he was talking about visualization, but I wasn't sure how I felt about that statement. Shouldn't trying be hard? Maybe not. One of the laws of the universe is you receive what you believe. We know this is true from the Pygmalion studies. Teachers were told some students were gifted, and lo and behold, those students scored higher at the end of the year. The teacher's belief made it so. They acted as if, and it was ushered in. As a Christian, this idea of belief being rewarded is repeated often in the scriptures. I think it's true. On a large scale, if we believe humanity is inherently evil, that's what we will produce. If you believe humanity wants to be good, and this is what I believe, then people will respond and meet the world and God's expectations. So I did some visualization of what my mom would have looked like saying no. I painted it with her mannerisms and her best moments, and that made me smile and feel free of the burden I was carrying. I wish that for her as she continues on her journey, and I said a prayer knowing that God's good timing is perfect and all things will be restored in the end. So you receive what you believe. So I asked myself, what do I believe related to this thing cleaning? I believe, with no contradicting whisper, that cleaning my house can heal me. This is why. There's a principle called the law of correspondence, as above, so below. Every part is a hologram of the whole, as within, so without. It's that last one, as within, so without, that caught my attention. Your internal world affects your external world. So the opposite must also be true. Your immediate surroundings affect your internal state. So if you work on making the outside better, your internal world becomes more ordered. Slowly tending to what's within your reach can help you shake loose things inside you that are ready for healing. Old wounds that need attention will be brought to mind so you can reflect on them, understand them, mourn them, and forgive those who participated. I can do research endlessly on self help, but now I realized a new way to move forward in my journey towards wholeness. It's by ordering my outside world, making things in my control better. I have a certain scene I replay in my head where I effortlessly move in front of the sink. Let belief and imagination prompt you, not guilt and self loathing. I want to leave you with this. Remember, journaling can give you a lot of insight. Write to get right. And take time for reflection. Know yourself so you can know yourself. Rule yourself, defeat the beast. Thank you. Please join me again.